Welcome guys to another episode of Boom Arena. Today we're gonna be pushing 40 to 100 medals using this Brute Balloon deck. This deck is very cheesy, it doesn't have good composure of spells. Instead we sacrifice a big spell for a madness, which can suck for the entirety of match, but once we get a huge push we're gonna just madness it and win instantly. If you want to see more cheesy decks like this, obviously leave the comment down below to let me know. And without further ado, let's jump to some Boom Arena gameplay. And we start off against Miguel, who's gonna have 80 medals, and with these cheesy decks you usually want to wait a few seconds in case your opponent wants to cheese you. In this scenario he's gonna be playing Twins, and it already looks well for him because we basically paid 6 mana to push on the one lane with basically no troops, and yeah, he's gonna be trying to counterplay us, and unless he counters these skeletons we're very fine with the situation right here, because yeah, our Brute will come to the tower, we're gonna eliminate these Fauns, and this tower will go down very quickly. Just like this, we're gonna be having a lead after a very short amount of time, and from the practical standpoint this game is already over. However, we're gonna see what Miguel will do to probably put himself back into this game. So he's gonna be playing Twins with Rolling Steel, and probably he's gonna be playing Devil Horse. So for that we're gonna just put some bullets, and right now we're gonna have just three dudes and a Brute on the tower. That's gonna be first game, very fast. As you can see, you can cheese your way through many opponents just like this, and yeah, we got a little lucky with spells composure. Let's jump to the game number 2. Alright, so right now we're gonna be up against Ambatakam with 26 medals, and he's gonna be starting off with Super Ape. So with Super Ape I mostly expect to be a 2.6 matchup, and looks like I'm gonna be right with this one, as our friend Ambatakam will start off with Super Ape and very frequent cards that accompany the Super Ape in 2.6 cycle. So we're gonna just execute our plan, which is Brute in the back, and then at 9 mana we want to play Mother Devil at the same lane. He's gonna be playing Flying Bomb, very aggressive bomb. I'm not a huge fan of that, so we're gonna just play Balloon and hope that we can absolutely kill him with this push, as there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. He can at some point play a Flying Bomb, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. We're gonna be playing second Brute just to kill the opponent, and he gave up, it looks like. Not really, but yeah, it's practically game over. Let's jump to the game number 3. Alright, so our first opponent above 10k, above 1k. Very funny mistake. In this video it's gonna be Roller Joint, and as always, if we have a Brute in first hand, it is actually pretty good to play it, unless you know your opponent has a very hard counter to that. In that case, you can actually die in the first counter push. So if you have the knowledge, probably it's not the good play, but most of the time people don't have like perfect responses against you, so you can absolutely play your plan. And Roller Joint isn't responding, which is not fine, as yeah, that's gonna be a free win. It looks like he's gonna be handing it to us, and let's jump to the game number 4. Alright, game number 4, it's gonna be against Zero Medal player called Tisna Pi, and I'm gonna actually not have a Brute in first hand, so I'm gonna just cycle to it. He's gonna play Cannon on defense. Actually our Brute will be 8th card in the deck, which kinda sucks, as without Brute you can attack, obviously you can cheese sometimes with Footman or just Naked Balloon, but if you're going for these huge pushes I'm going for, it's usually better to have a Brute in rotation. Right now I'm gonna just split Footman, see what's up. He's gonna be playing Bomberman, so it is very likely that my opponent is playing a default deck, and in this case I'm gonna be playing Brute on the opposite side of this Bomberman, because I just don't want to give him much value with this card. I'm gonna actually sacrifice the damage on this Bomberman and play bullets here to just preserve some health on my Brute. And he's having a Bomberman in rotation, so if he's smart, he's gonna be playing it on my Brute, and in this case I'm gonna be playing a Balloon on the opposite side. So right now my Mother Devil will get some damage right here. That's gonna be, I believe, 2 stabs, and obviously some damage from Devil, so very good beginning for us. He's gonna be playing Apes instead. I should have recognized it from the barrel that something was up, and indeed something was. These Footmen will be countered by Bomberman, but it's fine for us. Taking 5 for 10 trade is absolutely fantastic, and as always we can just sacrifice the damage from the Bomberman, and for that we're gonna just create a very strong push, which he probably don't have any answers for. This Steel Hammer will be dead, this Balloon will connect to the tower. It sucks that our Devils died, but yeah, that's life. We're gonna be playing Skeletons for this barrel. This time he played it inside, so very good recognition out of him. And we're gonna be playing, yeah, Devils. Let's just play some troops. Sometimes it's better to play troops instead of spells on the win condition like Footman, like Faun Barrel, just because it just gives value over time, and you never know when you will need that. So right now I'm gonna just play some Madness, try to take the tower. It's probably not gonna work out, even this Bomberman doesn't die, but the Mother Devil on the other side is getting so much value, so many Devils right here. He's gonna have to play Apes, and it didn't even matter. We're gonna just take game number 4 in a pretty dominant fashion. Let's jump to the game number 5. And the game number 5 of this video will be against not other than a Symmetry Faun, and this matchup will be very hard, as Symmetry pretty much hard counters our deck, so if we want to win that, we have to be very careful with our placements. So I'm gonna just play Skeletons in the back. I'm gonna block this Bomber from getting a bomb. It didn't even matter, whatever. I probably misplayed it in some way, but yeah, I'm gonna just try to wait, because once I play Brute, he's gonna be playing just a T-Rex. So actually I think the better bet for me to win is in single mana, so I'm gonna play Brute, and he responds with Brute as well, so it looks like he may be more confident than I do on defense, so let's just go for the offense and try to base trade this man. Let's see if we are gonna be successful in this regard, and I'm gonna be playing Footman. He's gonna be having Footman as well, so that's gonna be interesting situation for us. I'm gonna try to get these Footmen as soon as possible, and it works out. So right now we know that he has some tools against our Brute, and we're gonna be having some tools against his Brute as well. So if he's gonna decide to play Footman against our Brute again, we're gonna be probably playing Balloon, but not this time. He very well played it, and it looks like he's gonna be taking an advantage into doubles. So I usually face this guy when he's playing, this Symmetry deck with T-Rex, but since he's not gonna be playing this one today, we're gonna be actually very fine by taking just trades. So he's gonna be setting up for another push. This gunner will hide behind a Brute, unfortunately, so very good recognition of how cards behave out of him. I'm gonna actually try to snipe it. If I'm gonna be successful, we're gonna find out. Right now he's gonna be playing another gunner and I'm gonna be playing another brute. So we're gonna have some clash here. I'm gonna play some bullets and try to get some value out of my troops. And this Mother Devil will force a response, but we won't get a damage. So the plan is simple. We're gonna keep trading until we can, and I believe for the last play we're gonna save the balloon, because this is the card we haven't revealed yet. So he probably knows that I have one, but he cannot be too sure about that, because obviously I can always make some changes in my decks. And right now we're gonna just wait a bit and play bullets right here and try to go for the opposite side. So right now if we're gonna catch him off guard, that's gonna be very huge thing. If we won't, well, it's gonna be fine as well. And he plays Symmetry, so he actually plays a brute with Symmetry, and right now we're having last chance to win this game. We're gonna be playing brute, we're gonna be playing balloon, and we're gonna play Madness. Obviously you have to predict these devils, and unfortunately balloon got only one hit. If it were to get 2 hits, I believe we would take this W, but unfortunately he played it very well. Gunner decks are tough to beat, and this time Gunners just have proven too much value. Let's jump to the next game of the video. Alright, game number 6 against 12 medal player that uses emoji as his username. It must mean that he's very good at this game, because because that's what the pros do. Also, he's gonna be cycling Dark Knight in the very back, so I'm gonna get some value with my devils, as they will just chip away through it over time. And then I'm gonna kite my Dark Knight with some brute, and with that I'm gonna get a very comfortable position to play with, and he's gonna be playing very tricky setup here. I'm not sure actually I can break through it. That was a very well defense played by him. He's still gonna take some damage, but I won't take his tower, and that obviously was a threat. So he's gonna be playing Bomb Girl, and I am not a fan of that play, so I'm gonna just play Balloon plus Devils, and it should at least force out some expensive response like this. The freeze has been forced out, and I still take more damage than he did with a Bomb Girl. So obviously that was a good trade for us, both mana wise and damage wise. That's rare to take, but we did it, so we won't question good things happening to us. Let's set up some brute in the back, obviously some pressure. I expect him playing Dark Knight in the back very soon. Our response probably will be continuing our plan anyway, because he doesn't have a good responses to the Loon. Oh, he has Madness, so that's gonna be a very cheesy deck out of him. Madness and Freeze in one deck usually isn't a good idea, because you just lack another card that will guarantee the safety of your deck. So these decks are pretty much all in, and if they work out, they work out pretty well, but if they don't, you will pretty much die a very painful death. I'm gonna play some Devils. This time I'm actually gonna play a bullets on this barrel, since I don't trust it, and here we go. And right now I'm gonna play Footman offensively. He has a Dark Knight, but at this point I think it's more important to just kill the cannon and the Bomb Girl. And right now I'm just overwhelming him with Devils. There are too many, and that's gonna be the game. Let's jump to the next one of the video. Alright, so we're in the next game against Zero Medal. Well, almost said that. It was tempting, not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna say that. Don't wanna be demonetized in the future. And it looks like our friend with 0 medals, I'm gonna refer to him like that, will be playing 2.6 Super Ape. And as you all know, this is a tricky deck to play because player can be either incredibly good or atrociously bad, and we're gonna find out which one is it. Obviously I'm baiting right now a flying bomb right here. He's not gonna be playing bomb, he's gonna be playing Dark Knight, and even though he played Dark Knight, this might be not enough. So I should have played a Madness to finish him, so that's a mistake on my part. I didn't see the opportunity to kill him instantly, but right now I'm just gonna set up a Brute plus Balloon push, and even Madness won't be necessary to finish it. I'm gonna save this 2-mana card and just take the tower with a surprisingly good combo. He doesn't have responses to it. He's gonna get some damage with Faun Horde, and I'm gonna counter these Fauns Blasters with Footman since he doesn't have any response to them. I know it for a fact, he's playing these cards at 0 mana, and with that being said, we're gonna take a second tower. He's just handing me towers left and right, I'm not gonna complain about this. And right now, I expect my opponent to quit since he's 2 towers down. He has very huge push on the tower, and there we go, yeah. GG's. Let's move to the next game of this video. And our next opponent in this video will be Bika with 44 medals, who will begin with Piercing Archer. Piercing Archer may mean many decks. First two that I recall from scratch will be a not general for sure, and yeah, I'm not having Footman in my first hand, so I'm gonna take a lot of damage from this general. Sometimes it just happens, you cannot do anything about that, but he's not gonna defend my balloon, so that's some trade we're gonna take. Obviously I can still keep my Footman as a surprise, but I probably will not after a second defense. Very huge thing that you have to know is that devils can fully counter Fauns Blasters, but you have to do it very fast because, well, if you don't, you're gonna just lose your devils, and at least for me it's not a perfect scenario that you want to happen. I'm gonna right now use a tactic known Tank and Spank, and I'm gonna tank the damage with my Brute, and I'm gonna use my Mother Devil as a damage tool. And right now he's gonna actually play a lot of mana at the bridge, trying to just break through me, and it won't work out. I'm gonna allow this gunner to hit once since I don't want to overspend. However, right now I have to play skeletons anyway. Well, that was a waste. And right now I'm gonna just go in, and honestly, if that happens, it's gonna suck, obviously. Okay, so you have to play Balloon even further. Even during this recording, I'm gonna learn some things myself. Usually Balloon is faster than Brute, it is a objective fact, but usually playing it in this configuration will be enough, but not this time. I was probably too sloppy on my placements, and right now he's gonna be very aggressive, just trying to get this hit no matter what, and he's gonna succeed. I'm gonna give him that. Obviously we won't be worrying about taking this hit, since like one general hit is nothing compared to one balloon hit, and then we're gonna get some plenty. So that's gonna be game against deck that should score pretty well against us, but we managed to persevere anyway. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, 0 medal Radoslav. Let's show us what you can offer, and he offers Drunker Loon first place, so if I were to guess, how this game will go on. It's gonna be either he plays some swarm that I didn't expect and we lose, or he won't and we win. And it looks like option number 2 will prove correct at the time, and we're gonna just be winning. So basically what he was trying to do is to first play us, but we first played him first. Very nice. Very nice judo 1-2 punch, and with that let's jump to the hopefully the last game of the video. And our opponent will be a 0 medal street shark. So against street sharks you want to play skeletons at the bridge first play, because this player in particular was very aggressive with playing bomb girls at the bridge. And yeah, you want to counter it as soon as possible, because pretty much there's no point with waiting for it to get value. But right now he's gonna be playing mother skeletons, so I think I pretty much cannot invest into this brute anymore. Like it's just not worth it, and I'm gonna try to counter both copter and mother skeleton like that. He's gonna be playing Faun King, so that's gonna be a bit tough, as I will have to suck the damage on this dragon, which is fine because I've taken some damage with balloon first. So he's gonna be playing many ranged cards, which is usually considered bad for my deck, and I'm gonna just counter this bomb girl with bullets. In hindsight, I should have just all in on this lane because he put a mana pump. But yeah, it's just not the best way to play for us. So one way to play against pump is to counter play as soon as pump has been played. But since this part is out of the equation, we will have to just trade better than our opponent. And to trade better, you just have to sit on your side. So I'm gonna just allow this mother skeleton to cross, do its thing. And I'm gonna play some footman, counter this Faun King, and hopefully trade better. And so far I believe these trades are even, which is absolutely not a good sign if you want to play against pump like this. He's gonna be playing some second pump, and like I've said, it's not perfect. We're gonna be playing a brute with balloon, and hopefully we will take this tower down right here. If we want, it's gonna suck not even a bit, it's gonna very suck. So for now I'm gonna just allow... Oh, this bomb girl didn't got killed. That's gonna be a very bad push out of him, which obviously means a good push out, and I didn't even notice that this helicopter was still locked on, so he's gonna get a ton of value out of all of that. I don't even know how to stop that. I believe it's gonna be a loss. He just outtraded us. Very well played, and yeah, I'm gonna keep that in the video. These losses sometimes happen. He just had very good cards against our deck, and there was little to nothing we could do. Obviously, I've pointed this mistake I've made at the beginning. I shouldn't have played bullets against Bomb Girl. I should have just all-in him at the bridge, and then the situation could have been playable, but after that, these trades weren't just good for us. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, we're gonna get a rematch against Street Shark, so hopefully this time we win, because he got a very good win against us and took 16 medals. Obviously that's the condition of playing as a #1 Boom Arena player. You basically have to be okay with losing a lot of medals if you lose. I hope that makes sense, but trust me, it does. And right now I'm gonna try to go for a semi-base trade, because I'm getting just wrecked by this bomb girl, and I'm gonna take the tower down, which is very good because the deck I'm playing is actually better in double mana, since I'm gonna be able in the future put both Brute and the Balloon in the center place. So as long as he won't get a much momentum on the board, I'm gonna be absolutely fine. And with that being said, I'm gonna be down a lot of mana from this first play because I didn't have perfect cards to counter him. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Mother Devil, and I'm gonna try to actually cheese him a bit. I'm gonna play Brute and Footman, and I'm gonna try to kill the Mother Skeleton as soon as possible. And if I succeed, I'm gonna actually win this game. So my troops are on the tower, and they will take the second tower, which is very huge for us, because right now our opponent won't be able to play any pump safely. Obviously I'm gonna sacrifice the dragon, because like in comparison to other cards he can play, it's basically nothing. I'm gonna sacrifice also a Mother Devil as well. I don't know if in the long run it was a good play, but it counters the bomb skeleton for now. And while yeah, we are taking damage, in the long run we're gonna be just fine. And right now I'm gonna just play Balloon. I'm gonna madness everything I have, and this should be a good game since he just don't have any tools to deal with our balloons. So that's how you beat this matchup. Like I said, I should have been more aggressive when he played a mana pump, and this time I recognized it instantly. Let's jump to the next game of the video. Alright, so we're gonna be up against 24 Mel Boomer, and he's gonna be having a Bomb Girl as well. Did I mention that this card is very annoying for the deck I'm playing? I'm gonna league 2 mana to just see what's gonna be his response. He's gonna be playing Skeleton Heart. I pretty much cannot punish it. I'll have to defend this Faun Horde in a bizarre way. Usually don't want to use Madness on defense, but it's a rare instance where it's pretty much okay. And I think he's gonna be playing Splemetry, so that's gonna be a very hard matchup for us. And yeah, obviously with some... Oh, he's gonna be actually playing a General, which is not that bad. At the same time, we're gonna try just not to die to this first General. We're gonna take only one hit, and this dragon, I mean this T-Rex just doesn't cross the board, so that sucks. It's another matchup where we will get just out-traded if we stay still and do nothing, so we will have to find our opportunity to hit and hit hard, so I'm gonna try to do that right here. This balloon will skip, so we're gonna use a madness on it. That's a huge expenditure, so I pretty much bank on that. This damage we're getting right now will just win us the game, and if it doesn't, well, we will be in a huge trouble. And right now I'm gonna just try to save both sides if that's even possible. Footman will get some value against this General, and yeah, right now he's gonna be playing Bomb Girl. No, he won't be playing Bomb Girl. What am I saying? He got a better of that trade. I probably should have just taken more damage from that dragon. And right now he's gonna be actually setting himself in a very comfortable spot right here. Yeah, and this General is taking the tower, and I cannot do anything about it, so I'm gonna be banking my success on this push right here. Obviously I will be playing some madness here, and I'm gonna be playing bullets, so pretty much this balloon has to win the game for us, and if it doesn't, well, that's gonna suck. So this balloon is getting good hits, and I think it's gonna actually get it, so that's a very good sign at the start. I'm gonna play some Footman, and General still will get one hit, so I would say not that bad. As for the start, I'm gonna obviously try to get something done with my cards. He's gonna be playing Faun Horde and Bomb Girl, so I'm gonna get the bullets of my life, and that's gonna be good game. Very nice, very nice. That was very hard matchup for us, but we've managed to persevere just in the last second. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, we're gonna be up against Bob, who's gonna be having 11 medals, and yeah. As we've seen in this video, never underestimate low medal players. They're less likely to be good, but they still can be good, and Bob is showing some Fauns, to be sure. I'm gonna just use bullets on it since it gives mana value. Right now I should be ahead in mana, so I'm gonna sacrifice the health on my tower with this T-Rex, just not responding to it. It's fine, because right now he's not gonna be having it on defense. So that was a bad play out of him, but he didn't know it by the time of playing it. So yeah, we're gonna just take advantage of it. Also, this skeleton horde was very huge for him. I believe he's gonna taking the defense right here. I'm gonna use bullets to defend everything the best way I can. This Super Ape will take 2 hits on my tower, but I'm gonna take the tower down. And that's the trait I'm happy with. Like I've said before, in 2-tower game we are just better, so we should be able to close things out. He's gonna be playing with T-Rex once again, which, like I've said, it's not the play I think is fine, unless you pair it with the Thief. With the Thief, it's actually fine, for a simple reason. I'm gonna be just taking a lot of damage, but in return he doesn't have mana to defend, and he's gonna quit the game. So that was the game against Bob, and we're gonna take 4 medals out of him. Let's jump to the next one. Alright, so right now we're gonna be up against this man that has 1100 medals, and as far as I know, he always gives up against me when we play. So yeah, that's not gonna be much content. I'm gonna just skip to the next game. Alright, and the last game of the video, hopefully this time, will be against Mohammed 55 TR. And TR shortcut is very simple to understand. It's just Trash Royale. Like, not gonna lie, but Boom Arena is just way better than Clash Royale in this regard. We just don't have levels and all cards are being unlocked, so fair melee PvP mode is just more fair. Maybe it's less fun to play or enjoy, but in the end, people like me just care about the competitive environment, and that's what I love about Boom Arena, just playing the video game that I like without restraints of like being under-leveled or something. And thanks for bringing that nickname, Muhammad. We're gonna take 4 medals out of you, and yeah, that's gonna be the end for this video. And just like that, we've hit 4200 medals. We're gonna stay at the top of the leaderboards. Obviously, the matchmaking is still like everyone can meet everyone. It's just that if you win against like lower rated player as a high rated player, you just get less medals for the win and get punished more for losing. This is the deck I've been using. It's a Brood Balloon deck with like cheesy cards like Footman. This is very greedy option because if your opponent has any splash or just flying bomb, you pretty much cannot use it throughout the game. Mother Devil, obviously very good supplement to a Brood. You can play Devil Horde here, but I prefer this more solid option. The deck is from Bullseye, who I'm gonna probably link in the description, and he was using Devil Horde here, but I'm the Cycle player, I prefer Devils, it's also a more solid approach. And obviously, these 3 cards are very optional and you can adjust them as you want. I prefer Skeletons for Quick Cycle, Madness as a all-in spell. There are variations with Freeze obviously, and then Bullets to just counter this most annoying brick, which is Devil Heart. And with that, I'm gonna thank you for watching this video till the end. Make sure to leave the comment if you enjoyed this video about all-in decks, and I'm gonna see you in the next Boom Arena video. Bye bye!